Reports claim that the battery life on the Apple Watch won't be any good. Snapdragon 810 overheating rumors are being put to rest by an OEM, and WhatsApp finally reaches the PC, sort of. I'm Jaime Rivera, and I am just a day away from being able to put this cold to rest with some tequila. This is Pocketnow Daily. Yesterday, Microsoft took over the official news, and we've got some more today. A lot of the questions that were left after the event were, where is a Windows Phone flagship being launched? We're only seeing entry-level phones so far that are ready for Windows 10, and Microsoft executives are already claiming that we will see a flagship, but anytime this summer. Yeah, I know, summer, that far. So if you're waiting for a Windows Phone, buy a Lumia 930. Now, one platform that's silently being put to rest is Windows RT, it seems, as Microsoft has just come on record to state that the Surface RT will receive some sort of an update, but not necessarily Windows 10. Sort of like what happened between Windows Phone 7 and Windows Phone 8, where we had Windows Phone 7.8. It wasn't really Windows Phone 8, but it looked like it, and apparently that's going to be the case for the Surface RT, which pretty much means that Windows RT will have the same luck for any other product that's running that terrible operating system. Hopefully, you can sell that thing right now on eBay and get something new. And speaking of problems, we've heard that Samsung doesn't want to bring the Snapdragon 810 processor on the Galaxy S6 because of overheating issues, which is really interesting since we used the LG G Flex 2 at CES and we didn't experience any overheating issues with that processor, and that's really what the news are about. LG has just come on record to state that there aren't any overheating issues with the processor, and it just seems that Samsung is just using this excuse to get on the Exynos ban this time and use its own proprietary processor going forward. We don't know how good that's going to be, but we never liked Exynos processors on our reviews, so let's see if that's going to bring a good future to Samsung products going forward. Now, in some good news for some, if you are a WhatsApp user, which there are apparently 700 million users in the world that are, and I'm a big avid user of it, and you've been wanting to use it on your computer, well, it reached the PC in a way. It's web.whatsapp.com. It's really the web-based WhatsApp, but it's really not a separate client. It actually mirrors what's on your phone, up to the point where your phone has to connect to the computer for this to be able to work, which is cool. You get a bigger keyboard to be able to message, and the UI is really cool. The problem is that, number one, it only works in Chrome. Number two, it doesn't work with the iPhone, and the biggest user base is the iPhone. Apparently, there are platform limitations, and WhatsApp will apparently address these in an update, hopefully. And finally, for the very disappointing news of the day, those of you waiting for the Apple Watch by the end of March, it seems that you're going to have some battery issues. Apparently, there are 3,000 units right now in the world being tested, and Apple is targeting a very interesting battery life criteria. 2 to 3 hours of display on time, 4 hours for training, and then we're talking about 19 hours of continuous, usage and non-usage for about 3 to 4 days of standby time, which is pretty much nothing better than compared to something like Android Wear, with the big difference that the clock time will apparently only be 3 hours. Meaning that you will only be able to just glance at your watch for 3 hours continuously, and apparently Apple has made all these studies and they've confirmed that this is all the battery life that you need to be able to charge it every single day. And that's really disappointing because the display will go on standby, so it's not like, for example, the Gear Live, where you still get the time even if the display is off because of the AMOLED display. And it just seems that the Apple Watch is just another half-baked, smartwatch. 4 hours for gym time. That's how long it takes the average runner to run a full marathon, meaning you won't be able to use the Apple Watch for that. And it really leads me to the question of the day. What would be the perfect battery life for you on a smartwatch? Because in my case, it still is a full week on the Pebble. If they could give me a full week of charging and I just charge it every weekend, then that's cool, but wow, every day is just terrible. But leave us a comment down below. What's your case? Friends, you know the drill. If you want to get the news earlier before this video is filmed, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.